Welcome to Kiki and Kibbitz. I'm Mary, and I'm here today with a special guest. I'm here, special update with Bobbie, Taylor's twin sister. So, welcome, Bobbie.
Hi.
So, we're here, and we had a quite a crazy season this season of Life After Lockup with
Yes.
Bobbie and Taylor, and Bobbie became an auntie again. So we're going to talk about all that. And so how is this season compared to your first season filming with Taylor?
It was crazy. The drama that was on this season, I don't think nobody was ready for.
How do you like filming, Bobbie? Like the filming experience in itself, having cameras in your face, how is that for you?
It's kind of awkward. I mean, but you kind of get used to it.
So was it this time around, were you more used to it than first season? Was it simpler for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've already been through it, so I already knew what to expect and everything. I
So
already been through it.
once once the cameras came, you already knew and you were like prepared, right? As opposed to first season, you were kind of like, eh.
Still kind of camera shy.
I could see, I could see
Yeah.
that you're still kind of camera shy. And sometimes I could see you want to say things that you don't sometimes, right? Like during that bar scene, I could see that there were maybe some things that you did want to say to Chance. That bar
Oh
scene
yeah.
with Tanya, like I could see if there was maybe kind of some camera shy, but you were holding back during that scene with Chance.
Whenever we whenever we walked in and Tanya, what was her name? Tanya,
Yes, yeah, her
I
name was
think.
Tanya. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know which one.
yeah, that bar scene when you guys walked in, the look on your
Yeah.
face. Yeah. So you became an aunt again this season. How's
Yeah,
Mason?
he's the cutest thing. He's got this big old smile and these bright eyes. He's the cutest thing.
It's so that labor scene with Taylor. It seemed kind of rough when you were with her in the hospital and then you had to leave. And people didn't like the fans watching it, they were kind of confused why you felt the need to leave. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, literally everybody. See, I've been at the hospital with Taylor like all morning,
Right,
literally from the first thing in the morning all the way till then. But what people don't know is I was working 16-hour shifts, you know. I had to go to work in like 2 hours prior to be whenever I left the hospital. I had to be back at work. I had gotten no sleep because I worked the day before, and I left the hospital because I had to go to work. I wanted to at least get 2 hours.
right.
Everybody literally commented on there and said that I left the hospital because I wanted to go get high and everything.
Right.
Because
And
they're
some
like, why
people
would,
thought you were triggered by being at the hospital or
yeah,
some,
they was
yeah,
like, why would she leave while Taylor's having her baby? Well, first off, I was there with her all morning, worked the night before, had to go to work that night, and I had no idea when he was going to be born because she was having complications, and it was taking forever, literally taking forever. And then, like, I think she said after, like, an hour after I left, she had him.
right.
But I mean, in that hour that she had him, I was already getting ready to walk out the door. So, I mean, a lot of people, everybody don't know that. I've mentioned it to some people because, everybody got something to say. And I catch myself commenting back to a lot of people. And like, I know on some things I'm not supposed to really comment about because, the show and everything. But people really get on my nerves whenever they just think they know what's going on.
Right. What kind of job do you do?
So I was a CNA whenever I was working at a nursing home.
Okay.
I've been certified since 2014. So, I mean, I was working, we were so understaffed. We had agency coming in and we had like 2 in-house staff.
Right.
So, I mean, I was always there.
Right. So what do you feel about the people that had so much flack for Chance about taking the baby away from Tayler so soon after Mason was born? Now, I know you saw those comments. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess, it already aired and everything, but a lot of people don't know in that case, a lot of people don't know that Tayler was holding him for a while before,
Right.
he got to hold him. He didn't just snatch him from him. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
And not trying to give her time. No, she got to hold him for a little bit before then, and they don't know that. They only show certain things, so everybody has their own perception of he was being really selfish in that matter because he just took the baby from her. But
Right.
that's not even the case.
So watching back the season, Bobbie, what do you think about all of Chance's bad life decisions and everything, how they played out on TV? And you knowing what happened, like you living it and you seeing it on TV.
It's a lot the same, but a lot different.
Okay. Okay. In what way?
Just because they portray it to be something worse.
Okay.
Than what
for
the
like the
situation really is.
drama, for like the dramatical effect.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an example that you could say? Like something that was already shown that maybe was like dramatized a little bit more. Like you said, Chance, like the baby, Chance not snatching the baby right away. They did kind of make it seem like Chance snatched the baby.
Yeah, that could be like used as an example. Like they made it seem like he didn't want her to have that the first few minutes, after her baby's born, supposed to, be with his mom or whatever. And they made it seem like he right when he came out, give me my baby.
Right.
And just snatched him. Some people say that like he snatched him up aggressively and everything, and just people just say anything. They just say anything. And a lot of people don't like Chance, and then they already didn't like him in the first season, and then the second season showed, and now they really don't like him.
How is your relationship with him?
I mean, I'm cool with my sister and Chance. I mean, we don't really spend as much time together as we used to. I see my sister every once in a while. I'll see her. But we're definitely not as close as we were before.
Is there any particular reason, or are you guys just living your own lives?
I think maybe because we're doing our own thing right now, She's got her thing going on with Chance and Mason and her girls and everything, and I got my own thing going on. I'm in a new relationship and I'm just kind of doing my own thing.
Right. So you guys have your own lives and you're just living your own lives, basically.
Yeah. I mean, like, we have like issues with each other. Actually, I was just over there yesterday. I went over there and with her. That was probably the first time that I saw her in maybe a month.
Okay. Do you talk to her often? Do you try to talk to her on the phone and stuff?
We talk on Facebook every once in a while,
Okay.
or she'll just send me pictures of amazing, or send me like a picture of the video of the girls and stuff. And we'll talk for a little bit, but that too is every once in a while.
Okay. So, I want to go back to that bar scene when you and Tayler confronted Chance at the bar. Um, what were your thoughts, Bobbie? Because I know that you at the look on your face, you really looked like you wanted to body slam Chance. Like, what were you really thinking? Like, and then when you were hugging your sister in the car, like, what were you really thinking, Bobbie? Tell us.
I was really hurt for my sister. Seeing her cry. Okay, well, I'll start with the first story, the first scene. Um, Walking into that,
Right.
I was expecting Chance to be at the bar getting drunk or whatever, but I was expecting him to be at a bar with another female.
And when you saw him,
You
oh, Bobbie, I just lost your picture.
know,
I can hear you, but your video just went out. That's probably because such.
signal maybe.
Yeah, I can still hear you. It's okay. So when you walked in and you saw him, what was your first thought? Like,
I
what
was
was,
just like, he really has some nerve right now. He told Tayler, I think, I think at this particular time he told Tayler that he was at the bar. I mean that he was at work.
oh boy.
Um,
And then you guys find him at the bar.
I I think that's where he said he was, or he was somewhere. He was somewhere where he was supposed to be, where he wasn't.
And then you guys walk in, you find him at the bar, and then this whole scene happens. There you go. I got you back. Perfect. This whole scene happens, and then you're hugging your sister in the car. What's going through your head, Bobbie?
It broke my heart because I hate seeing my sister cry. Like I hate seeing her cry. It just makes me so mad that like somebody's actually like making her cry. Um and then in my head I was thinking the whole time like he is just being a douchebag. Like what is his problem? And why he couldn't be honest with her and let her know like if it is anything but what he said, then why couldn't he say I'm at the bar with Tanya or I'm going to the bar with Tanya?
Right.
If he was just meeting up with a friend and it was just a friendly innocent thing, why couldn't he just be honest with her?
And now in your confessional that night, you said Chance could go, Tayler could throw Chance out, and you'll move back and you'll move in and you'll take care of, you'll help take care of Tayler and the girls. Did you ever actually have that conversation with Tayler and tell her, look, you could get rid of him and I'll move right back in and help you?
No, we didn't really have a conversation about it. Um, but I feel like it's something that okay, so I don't have a problem with Chance and Taylor being together. They're make their relationship work. That's their business. Like their relationship, not my business at all. I don't care what they do. Um, at the end of the day, I just want Taylor. At the end of the day, like whatever you guys are on, work through it or break up. Do what you have to do.
Right.
But I'm always gonna be by my sister's side, and support her decision. I'm not like, I think that you should blah 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 because I always hate whenever my friends or my family members would be like, I think you should leave him because he's not good for you. I always hated that because I felt like they were going against, so, and I'm not trying to go against my sister, and I don't want her to feel like I'm her enemy. So, I mean, I leave decisions to her, I give her advice, and leave the decision to her. And at the end of the day, she's going to do whatever she's going to do, and I'm going to be there for it.
So, Bobbie, do you think Chance is a good role model for your nieces? Like a good father figure role model for your nieces?
Um, I mean, I've seen, I've seen how he's, girls and everything. Um, and I don't, I don't think, I don't think that he's not. I mean, or that he couldn't be.
He just needs
I
some
just,
improvement.
I feel like Mason, even though he has kids, older kids, I feel like having Mason is like new to him, because he's only been out for like what, a year and a half, 2 years. I don't even know how long he's been out for. And then he gets out, and as soon as he gets out, he's having a baby.
Yeah.
That's something he probably didn't prepare himself for whenever he got locked up or he was in jail. He probably didn't think, I'm gonna get out of here and have a baby,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's still new to him. But I know that he loves Mason, and I know that Mason loves him.
So before we wrap up, Bobbie, do you have a message for the fans that watch you and have things to say?
Um, I don't know. I guess like people always, and I'm like seeing all the comments and everything on, I follow a lot of the Love After Lockup pages. Like I follow a whole ton of them. And people, there's a lot of people saying negative things that aren't true. There's also people saying like a whole bunch of things too that also are making it, and it's not true either. Like better things are happening or worse things are happening, like they're both wrong. You know what I mean? Nobody really knows like what I'm doing with my life or where I'm at in my life right now, or nobody really knows. I only put all my business. Yeah, I have Facebook, and Instagram, but I don't put all my business. Like I used to be bad at that. I used to put all my business on Facebook, everything. But now I don't really post a whole bunch on my Facebook, and I don't really let people know what I'm doing. So a lot of people think I'm doing this and I'm doing that because they seen the show that was recorded 6 months ago.
So basically, what you see on social media and what you see on TV is not the real Bobbie, because Bobbie doesn't put everything out there.
It's not. It's really not. But but I don't blame them. They see certain things on TV that they're like, oh, they start thinking more about because of a situation that happened. So they make their own little scenarios in their head, and then they just think that it's the conclusion every time.
Right.
Every time. Right. Nobody even knows what happened that night. Nobody knows what happened that next morning, But people are saying, well, this is what happened, and this is what happened. No. Not at all.
And basically, don't make your own conclusions because you weren't there.
Yeah. Yep.
So what do you wish for your future in the next 5 years, Bobbie? What's your 5-year plan?
Honestly, I'm trying I'm trying to build right now. Like I'm trying to do something more with my career. Um I told you that I was in a new relationship. You
Right.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to in 5 years he'll definitely be around.
Right.
Um so I'm just kind of trying to build, grow.
Right.
I want a lot of things to be different. So I'm in the process and going to be in the process to making a whole bunch of changes. So,
If you could
but
give Chance a piece of advice, considering everything that he's been going through with the spending of the money, the gambling, the drinking, what would you tell him?
I would tell him definitely stop stop lying. Stop lying about what he's doing. He didn't tell her when he got laid off of work. He didn't tell her, that he's been going gambling and going to the bar, and he didn't tell her a whole bunch of shit. And I feel like and the outcome of everything would have came out a lot more different if he was honest with her, because my sister is a very understanding person, you know.
Right.
But my advice to him would to be just to stop lying to her because she really does love him,
How about Taylor?
you
If
know.
you were to give Taylor one piece of solid advice that you really wish you would listen to, what would that be?
Um, I don't know. That's a hard one. Uh, I hope, I wish that she could see herself in other people's eyes because right now honestly right now she's going through a lot, so she doesn't really know like how great and how strong she is,
And
you
that
know.
is such a beautiful statement,
And
Bobbie.
but everybody else sees it. Everybody else that knows her knows it, you know.
Right.
I wish that she would just pick herself up.
Yes, because she is a beautiful person. Your sister is a beautiful person.
Where's her lighter? Where's more?
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Bobbie.
you're welcome.
Thank you for joining me. And thank you for clearing up some confusion the fans had. And hopefully we'll see you again.
Yep, baby.
Yep. So thank you. Bye.
All right. Good day.
You too. Bye bye.